We're talking about performance today, but my approach to performance is very much performance across all aspects of your life. So at work, for sure, but also at home, in relationships, and most importantly, inside your own head, which is where we spend 24 hours of our day. So as you stand there, what I'd like you to do is I want you to think about how you're standing. And if you just reach into your pocket for me, and if you haven't got a pocket, don't worry. Imagine that you have a pocket, because I just want you to bring out an imaginary piece of string and tie that piece of string to the very top of your head. Come on, you've got to work with me here. Those at the front don't know that those at the back are even doing it. No one else is doing it. And then pull yourself up with that imaginary piece of string, and then allow your arm to drop back down by your side. What do you notice about how you're standing? What do you notice about your tummy? Who notices that the tummy is just drawn in a little bit? Instant weight loss, brilliant. So as we stand, or as we sit rather, we get compressed, we're crushed down, and normally when we stand up, we retain some of that. So what I would encourage you to do is any time you stand up during the day, whether it's getting out of a car, getting up out of from your desk, or even just a moment where you walk in through your front door at your house or into the office, just to check in with your posture. Do the piece of string. You don't actually have to do that. It just looks weird. Anybody else who hasn't been to the conference, you think, what's he doing? But check in with your posture, get that lengthening of the spine. But we want to bridge the gap between knowing and doing, so we need to be connecting what we're going to do to actually why it's important to us right now. The difference that this makes to how we feel and how we perform now and for the next few hours, not at some point in the future. Maybe adding a few extra years to our life, running around with the grandkids and losing a bit of weight, scales going down. That's over there. When you're stressed, when you're overwhelmed, your brain, your survival instincts, they don't care about thriving in the future if you can't be surviving in the present. And one of the things we get often associated with long periods of sitting down is sore backs, maybe tight hamstrings. And actually, all we need to do, or one of the things we can do very easily, is just to stretch out the hip flexors. Really easy to do, really subtle, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it now. Just put one foot just a little bit in front of the other. So the back heel is off the ground, and then just tuck your tailbone under. So you just did a little thrust through, back to last night. Silent disco, thrust. And you should feel a little stretch coming in through here, in the front of that rear hip. And just do the same thing on the other side. It's so subtle, nobody even knows you're doing it. At least that's what I tell myself when I'm in Waitrose. No one knows what I'm doing. And they really don't. Okay. Whenever the challenge changes, we need to take responsibility for stepping up our game, for finding out what our next level performance is, and making sure that we are going out there and giving it absolutely everything that we got. Thank you.